It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He got a chance to rest and heal up last week on the bye. It's the Bills and the Barons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Brooklyn Barons and the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Allen. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Hall to start the drive. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays. You you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Now here's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he's got it inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Barons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. And that's into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Allen now on 1st down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And some room to work. Touchdown! Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Barons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen buying time to his left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time. but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a first down there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Pressure comes and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on first down with Moss. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Being checked, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Open man here is Conklin.
Wilson's pass complete to Tyler Conklin. It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They go play action now. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. From just shy of midfield, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hall on a give up the middle. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Hall again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Wilson. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Allen. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Ariza now. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Open man is Uzama. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll check on its status when we return to Orchard Park. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To the air, Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And touchdown! Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Barons continue to pull away here in this first half. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Right back to Moss. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on third. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's second and a yard. Moss on the give up the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings us third and
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
It's now second and 10.
Here's Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He'll drop this underneath to Moss. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Allen now on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. Here's Berrios. Oh, look at the juke. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up in the Meadowlands. Miami in town to take on the New York Football Giants. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. On first down, Wilson. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a give to Hall. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Carlos Basham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll dump that one off to Moss, complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. On second down, here's a run with Moss. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for Bills.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 38 yards. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Moss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
13 yards on the play.
A give to the fullback. This is Watt. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. A beautiful fake. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now
Moss is in. Touchdown, Bills. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
A give running right is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And the Brooklyn 1st down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On play action, Allen. And this one too low. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to throw. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 45 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a 16-point deficit.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On the give, this is Moss. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Bills first down.
On first down, Allen. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 41, Allen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On the handoff, it's Moss. 67 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. And that's into the hands of Stevenson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they...
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run on first down with Moss. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll run here with Moss. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Right back to Moss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Moss with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They're going to try and run. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Wilson.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 8 yards out. And the Barons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for our visitors, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.